Euston, we have a problem. Residents anger at latest plans for the London hub of the HS2 high-speed rail link.
More of the construction in the first phase is in Camden than in any other borough along the line, and basically today they've admitted it, they've got the whole thing wrong. I think it's time to go back to the drawing board.
Hello and a very good evening to you. Ambitious plans to redevelop Euston were back on track for a second time today, having previously been scaled down. The station will become the London hub for HS2, the £50 billion high-speed rail line linking the capital with the north. The decision has angered some people living and working in Camden, who claim they will face years of disruption as work to transform the area takes place. But plans to link HS2 with the line running between St Pancras and continental Europe were dropped, a decision cautiously welcomed by campaigners. Our transport correspondent Tom Edwards reports.
Back to the drawing board again for Euston Station. More expansive plans will now be considered. This area will already lose hundreds of homes and businesses to HS2. More uncertainty worries those who live here.
We keep asking them, but we never get the right answer from the HS2, what they're going to do. And we're still worried. The whole community is worried.
The plan for a link between HS2 and the line to the continent, HS1, has also been dropped. Building it would have caused huge disruption in Camden and to overground services. That link might still be tunnelled, but other ways for passengers to get between Euston and St Pancras will now be looked at. This is actually the third plan we've now had for Euston Station. The first was scrapped after the costs were vastly underestimated and over concerns about disruption to the local community. Campaigners say it shows that the whole scheme is badly thought out.
I think it's a real damning indictment of what HS2 have done so far. We've been arguing for 3-4 years that these plans will devastate Camden. 80% of the demolition and more of the construction in the first phase is in Camden than in any other borough along the line. And basically today they've admitted it, they've got the whole thing wrong. I think it's time to go back to the drawing board.
The Euston Arch, demolished in 1962, could be reinstated, but much of the funding will have to come from private developers. And concerns remain.
Because we don't live in the Chilterns, we're not being offered any compensation, and the more the start date is put off, if HS2 ever does happen, the more people are saying, what is going to happen in 2, 3, 5 years' time? How can we plan for our future?
HS2 will cost £50 billion and make journeys quicker to and from the north. The government says it's needed to provide extra capacity and to boost the economy.
King's Cross was not a place you'd want to be around late at night. It's completely changed, not only the station itself, but the whole area around it. And the development of the station has been a real catalyst for growth and development and jobs. And we want that to happen at Euston too.
The Mayor's also welcomed today's announcements. He wants a development next to a terminal at Old Oak Common in West London, and that's still part of the plan. But these are unlikely to be the last changes to this contentious project. Tom Edwards, BBC London News.